finally bubbling up. So the latest FBI documents. So $10 million bribes. Okay. Now, mind you, this comes from an informant. So this is what they call a 1023 in the U.S. with the FBI. However, these allegations, Mike, can be corroborated by a number of data points that are in the public domain. And least of all, so what the Mail's saying here in this headline is that Burisma CEO says that Hunter Biden was stupid but necessary to keep on the board because his dad, who was vice president at the time, could protect them from problems. Okay, is that true or false? Well, let's listen to Joe Biden himself in 2018 here at this, I think it was a CFR event or at Harvard University. Go ahead, roll this.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
So that kind of proves the accusation of this informant here, and that's the point here. But let's look at this again. So here's the big question. So there was an investigation. It wasn't into Hunter Biden from the Ukrainian prosecutor's office, right? It was something else. So what was the Ukraine prosecutor's investigation looking for? And if you remember, Mike, on this program a couple of weeks ago, I think it was in June, this was the investigation here. This was a massive money laundering scandal. Charges brought against Burisma owner there, Zhuzhevsky, that he is accused of legalization, laundering funds obtained illicitly from a state budget for the purchases of bonds through Franklin Templeton Investments. That's a state bond scam worth $7.4 billion. You will not hear about this in the U.S. media, and why? Because this goes all the way up to the top levels of the Democrat and Republican donor class, including BlackRock, okay? Everybody's got their hands on this, and Obama's top donors. So this is all about Hunter Biden. But anyway, what this proves is that, remember when Trump got done for impeachment for allegedly telling Zelensky to investigate what the Bidens were up to? Well, the FBI should have investigated that years ago. Yeah. And so this proves that Trump was just asking the Ukrainians to investigate what the FBI already knew about and should have been investigating before that. So in a way, that's vindication of sorts, but slap on the wrist, I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to get indicted for anything serious on this, but there will be a political price to pay. And it could mean the removal of Joe Biden prematurely from the presidential race. Just saying. So watch this space. We will
watch this space. Okay. Well, I'm afraid we've got to leave it there for today. So thank you very much to Alex, and thank you to Patrick for joining us today. We'll be back in a few minutes for some extra if you're a UK Column member. But otherwise, we'll see you at 1 p.m. on Monday as usual. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.